It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from FedEx Field.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
To throw right away is Howell.
And his first look is incomplete.
Was trying to find Jahan Dotson.
And it's 2nd down.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out. Possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers, because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Now, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Now it's Richardson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step?
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins to the 43, second down. The Cowboys are 12-4 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run has been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down of the process.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 11 more on that one and another first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Now Richardson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown. Tony Pollard with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Washington ready to try again on offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable here from the 38. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jamison Williams,
53 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Give to Robinson on the option.
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Throwing here, Howell. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's fourth down.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. Gets around him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline, it's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
On second down, it's Pollard.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And the Washington offense going back to work. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2 yards, good enough for a first. And Howe will throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards there, and a Washington first. Robinson up the middle. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Brian Robinson. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it down.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. With their second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Commanders have taken the lead.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Come on, dog!
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, check that, street.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Gibbs is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Howell down to throw it.
And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And that'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Come on. Hit. 19 tight. 19 tight. 79 Broncos. Ready.
A final shot before the half. Richardson.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Off play action. Richardson. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which his offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Pollard.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Here's Howell.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. Calling a gain of a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Micah Parsons getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fights loose. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
They go play action with Richardson.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. That is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season. Back now at FedEx Field.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Brian Robinson Jr.
with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself in a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Richardson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Right there, hurt.
Pollard going to try the right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Richardson off the play fake. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line.
27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
At the 20-yard line.
Now Howell.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on. Ready.
Richardson to throw off play action.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Running right, it's Pollard.
And some room to run now. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Richardson.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Ready.
2nd and 10.
7 Pirates. Let's go.
Now it's Richardson. That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
1st and 10, it's Richardson.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check, contact.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Cut. Ready.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Try to take this home. They'll run.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Cowboys are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders.
Down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 1:50 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Howell. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Howell to throw.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Howell. That is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. Richardson looking to throw this.
As a touchdown, Cowboys.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Commanders 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure.
Now the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
10 yards on the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Richardson.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now Richardson.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jamison Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cowboys up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
28.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Washington offense set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
3rd and long. Here's Howell. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cowboys,
a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders, it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7 and 10 for their final mark.
And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.